What do you think about that, John?
Well, I think there's a lot of detailed issues in this. Obviously, the overall Trojan Horse thesis has been proven not to be true, that there isn't an organised plot across the whole of the south and east of the city. And there are questions about certain schools. Now, 2 have been rated inadequate in my constituency. I'm not...
Old No
being the other one. Now, I have some concerns about Old No. I'd like to get the old head back. She was very good, and I've been trying to see if we can negotiate that.
Why did she go?
And it was a falling out with the head of governors, chair of governors. And that does happen in schools from time to time, whether there's religion involved or not religion involved.
Was the religion involved here?
Well, I'm not going into the details because there's a continuing row. I am aware of the details of it. It may end up in court. And okay. I don't want to go into the minutiae of why there is stress between the 2 people. But there are some issues there. When you go to Golden Hillock, I think they've gone a bit over the top on this one. Mohammed Shafiq is chair of governors there. I've known him for 15 years. In no way is he an extremist.
I know you don't want to go into the minutiae, but you could see why, with these things happening, people might then think there is something a bit more sinister going on, possibly.
That may be the case. And actually, if you look at the reports about Old No, what's interesting about the reports particularly is Ofsted missed the point and were unable to find evidence of things that the EFA actually found evidence of. And there are things there that do need to be sorted out. There's no question about it. I talk about a broad British education. I talk about having no secrets in schools. I do get worried if teachers are frightened to tell me what's going on. I do get worried about that. And I went to Golden Hillock, for instance. I said, I don't want the teachers to be frightened to talk to me, and I would like you to tell them they have a right to talk to me, a legal right, and put a copy of a document in the staff room from the House of Commons Library that proves that, which they did. So I don't have any criticism there about Golden Hillock, because they said to the teachers, if you want to talk to the local MP, you can.
But we have to take Ofsted at their word, and the school, Golden Hillock, is failing as a school. Quality of teaching was inadequate, achievement of pupils, behaviour and safety of pupils, leadership and management. It's a long list.
That's where it comes into the details, and that will be challenged in a legal process. In practice, as I understand it, they've been told to improve. They haven't had the responsibility for the school immediately removed from the educational trust. So this isn't one where they're told you're so bad that you can't run that school anymore. It's one where they're told you're not doing very well, you need to improve. What
do you think now, as Andy, our political editor, mentioned there, that the former counter-terrorism police officer is coming in to look at things?
Well, he's been in there looking at it for some time. I spoke to him 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't think, this was never...
Sledgehammer to crack a nut, you
Well,
think?
sledgehammer to crack a nut. One of the arguments is, well, that proves there isn't terrorism. But there was never anything to do with terrorism in this. This was always complicated questions. Yeah, some of the things that are raised in the reports are about people shaking hands or not. Now, you can argue about whether people should shake hands. Some people take a puritanical view and say men should not shake hands with women. And does that make them extremists? Does that mean that that person should not be a governor? I'm not sure that's true.
Just briefly, the wider issue here, as Michael Gove has said today, is snap inspections by Ofsted. What do you think?
I think, to be honest, they should have always had snap inspections, because it's all a bit silly to have a system whereby they say to people, we'll tell you when we're coming round so you can get everything in order.